Hello, my name is Debbie Reynolds. They call me the Data Diva. Today I want to talk about facial recognition, bias, and data privacy. Facial recognition is a big issue this week, especially because IBM announced due to the racial bias and tensions in the U.S. currently, they will discontinue the development of facial recognition. Microsoft and Amazon also announced this week that they were going to put a one-year moratorium on facial recognition sales to law enforcement until there were additional regulations in place governing the use of facial recognition. Facial recognition is used in many different industries. Most of us think about it in terms of maybe using Face ID to unlock your phone if you have an iPhone, or using tags or having photos tagged on Facebook. But facial recognition is used in all types of different industries for different things. The issue with facial recognition, and it relates to bias, is that a lot of facial recognition systems do not adequately identify people of color, and the inaccuracy rate of identification with Face ID is far greater than it is for people who have lighter skin. For example, a Wired article in 2019 estimated that the error rate was 5 to 10 times worse with people of color than it was of people who have lighter skin. Because to me this is a technology issue. I feel as though technologists, we come from all creeds and all colors, so having people in play who are helping to develop the technology and test the technology that are different shades would definitely help. Facial recognition technology, facial recognition technology is not going anywhere, even though, as I said, some major companies have decided to either stop or pause in terms of using it for law enforcement. There still are companies that are selling products to law enforcement and for different uses. One example in medical, the bias problem in medical situations for facial recognition has to do with facial recognition being used to diagnose skin cancer. It's very accurate to do that on people with lighter skin, but it is not as accurate on people with darker skin. So if the person doing the imaging or doing this photography is using that same technology, they may get a false error with someone who with a darker skin, which will make their health outcomes much worse. In addition, back to the law enforcement examples, people are concerned about not only Fourth Amendment right issues with facial recognition in terms of people being surveilled at a mass level, but also a massive level of misidentification of people and how that plays out in criminal justice, in housing, in medical, and how people are identified in identity systems. So all these issues definitely need to be worked out. I would like to see more diverse people in the identity and in facial recognition areas, because this is sorely needed and this is a problem that can be solved and should be solved. Thank you.